Yo, what's up, man?
Stay focused on your workout. see you want to sharpen those passing skills. Let's get you going.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hit that. Keep shooting.
I see you want to sharpen those passing skills. Let's get you going.
Let's get it started. I got your help.
Get the boy, get it.
Screen.
Oh, get some.
Go, get
get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Come on.
Hey, Bull. Go. Watch it. Ball, ball, ball. Hey, Bull. Yo, watch it.
Hey, he's the ball, huh? Hey, see you later, man.
Your hometown arena just got a little bit more real in NBA 2K22. We've added PA announcers, and make sure you watch 2K TV all season long because we might have a
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin. Well, the Spurs are always competitive. So what kind of people fit their culture? Greg Popovich says we're looking for character, people that have gotten over themselves. A sense of humor is huge. You've got to be able to take a dig and feel comfortable that you don't have all the answers. Kevin, it all starts with Pop.
Yeah, it always has. You and I know that personally. Thank you very much. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. In the post, it's Tatum and Williams. Outside, the wings are Smart and Brown. And it's Dunn in at the point. And for San Antonio, we've got White. Keldon Johnson is out there with Young. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the 2. Greg, for teams that are slow out of the gate, their fans can really be impatient and unforgiving.
Yeah, the media, too. I mean, I played New York, so in that town, you go big or you get talked about. And it happens in small towns as well. It's just a hard harsh reality of pro sports.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. With it, turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Zach Collins comes in for Thaddeus Young. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And Nash is subbed in for White. And then for Boston, Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Williams. Josh Richardson comes in for Smart. And it's Pritchard in for Dunn. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good from outside. Spurs trail by 6.
And you think back to that 2017 draft, the scouts trying to poke holes in Tatum's game, but really he just needed a little time to develop his skills and get stronger.
Here's Pritchard after the made shot from Nash. On the wing, Brown. Back to Tatum. From deep three-point range, Tatum with another miss. And without naming names, it feels like Tatum, is starting to dominate other all-stars at his position.
And now his game is so complete, regularly over 40% from three. He can drive it, post you up. The only success defenders have is when they guess right.
And here's Kanter. After the three-pointer from Nash, here's Tatum. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots.
Here's Nash going inside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Pritchard passes to Brown. Pass to Kanter. Picked off in midair. Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Eubanks. And here's Nash outside. The rebound by the Celtics. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. They exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Tatum passes to Brown. Here's Kanter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Boston on top. They're up by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And one of the most prolific offensive rebounders in the league, Enes Kanter, breaks down the impact of that particular play.
Give us an extra position and it's demoralize the opponents. And I think it gives my teammates so much confidence. Tell them, hey, shoot it with confidence. And if you miss him, I'm going to go get it for you.
And Greg, so valuable. having players who don't need plays called for them to have an impact.
And he's shown he can score in the paint, but if he's not getting touches, he can also go and attack that offensive glass.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Enes Kanter. Horford is out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. So it's the Spurs now, following the miss by Al Horford. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Spurs. Young comes in for Eubanks. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Bryn Forbes. And then for Boston, Marcus Smart comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Dunn in for Pritchard. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics made the Eastern Conference Finals 3 times over 4 seasons, but last season, injuries and COVID protocols knocked them down a peg. Ownership and management are patiently staying the course. And with their young star talent, this team still has room to improve from within. Guys, back to you.
Well, their upside in a lot of people's view remains. David, thanks.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Richardson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Horford gets the bucket.
Absorbing contact, finishing strong. I mean, Horford is more physical than some people give him credit for.
And Greg at 6'5" and 200 pounds. Not the most imposing frame for Josh Richardson, but he is a quality defender.
Well, a lot of it is between the ears. I mean, the plus wingspan helps, but it's that competitive will that enables him to hold his own.
Now, here's Dunn after the miss from Nash. Richardson outside. And it's Dunn in the corner. 5 to shoot. And again, it's Boston converting.
Decent at cashing it in from the mid-range. I mean, it's obvious that Dunn wants to improve his jumper.
Nash outside. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. That one on Smart.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, for a lot, Chris, the mid-range shot has fallen out of favor in the past decade or so. Do you think that trend will go the other way at some point?
Well, let's talk about it, Kevin. The mid-range shot didn't fall out of favor with champions. Golden State, don't they shoot mid-range? Oh, yeah, they did. Toronto, didn't they shoot mid-range? I think so. Let's see, who was before that? LeBron's team? Cleveland, Miami, did they shoot mid-range? Yeah. So I just want to change that statement and narrative. Everyone, check it out. Winners, yeah, they have mid-range games. Those that don't have any mid-range games, they haven't won a championship.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's Brown with the drive. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
So Brown's coach once told him, you have to want the rebound. And he certainly stepped up his efforts on the glass over the years.
Now here's Nash. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Atlanta. Here's Samanic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's his first trip to the line. That one is off.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zach Collins checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Walker. And Derek White subbed in for Nash. That one misses.
And this is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
Nice shot by Smart.
I think a little bump is going to stop Marcus Smart. No way.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 10-point game. And finished off by Collins.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Here's Brown after the basket by San Antonio. And so it's Boston going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
You just love the patience in that first.
Vassell, he's checked in for the Spurs. Nash comes in for White. The Celtics also. Changing it up, Al Horford. He's checked in for Robert Williams. And Jabari Parker subbed in for Brown. They've got Young. He's out there with Pirtle. And it's Nash in at point guard. That's the San Antonio 5.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
You know, Chris, no one wants to see play stopped for a coach's challenge. But is that inconvenience outweighed by ensuring it was the right call?
It definitely is, Kevin. You know, we'd rather get the calls right than just be quick. Quality over quickness. So that's how I like to think. But, you know, definitely, you don't want those calls all the time. But, yeah, late in the game, you need it. Guys work too hard.
With some art.
And Pirtle is very passionate on defense. So good at throwing a hand up in the face of score.
Over Tatum. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Passes it to Vassell. Now Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Shoots the three. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Parker outside. Outside Tatum. Vassell grabs the board.
You know, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Here's Young. And a wide open look for Walker. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Celtics leading by 9. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he's just in a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the call on the shot, it sends him to the line.
And guarding Hurdle is never easy. He's got so many moves and ways to get defenders to be overly physical with him.
That free throw, no good. .112 left in the fourth quarter. Brown finds Canner. Back to Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Boston.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jaylen Brown.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Horford is out there with Rob Williams. Then it's Tatum. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. Outside. Horford. Left side, Williams. Back to Horford. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
This might be an uncomfortable question here, but what's it like to be the subject of so many trade rumors?
Okay, it's kind of like being lost in a desert without any water, and you're hearing people talk about this awesome water fountain they just saw.
Interesting, so it sounds like a trade would be a huge relief.
That's not what I said, John.
Now, you just compared the trade rumors to a water fountain in the desert.
Yeah, I did.
Well, that makes it sound like you would really welcome a trade out of here.
Next question.
And it's 7-2 from Kansas, number 21, Joel, the Process Embiid.
I have young nieces and nephews, and, you know, they're like, NBA 2K? Really? Like, you know, Uncle Matt, you know how to play it? I'm like, no, but I might be in it. So, yeah, it's really neat. It's really special.
That's a 3-ball. Seth Curry.
I truly believe that me and the fans really help get wins, forces the team to call a timeout because of us, forces a turnover because of us. So, you know, it's me getting them going, and it's pretty neat. It's a pretty special experience.
All right, Sixer fans, let's show the world that South Philly home court advantage.
You know, sometimes I have a wireless mic, so sometimes I'll stand up, and I'll be like, come on, second level, let me hear you, and I'll point to them, and that really, I think, helps with the whole experience of the game. I always say, people are like, what's the job like? I'm like, just be able to do introductions. That's insane. Like, that's so.
Thanks for joining us here on 2, and we've got just enough time for.
Hey, Brian, we've heard a lot of critique.
All right, Alec, good stuff there. Makes a good point. Now, Washington's starting 5. Dinwiddie and Beal comprise the backcourt. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Gafford in at center, filling out the middle. And for the Spurs, we've got Derek White. Thaddeus Young out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Lonnie Walker, and it's Johnson in at the small forward position. Change here for San Antonio.
Every coach would appreciate having Montrezl Harrell on their roster. Plays unselfish, does the dirty work, and gives his team an edge.
The ball's knocked loose. Here's Nash, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Shot clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Count it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Beal outside. No luck on that one.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Nash. Over to the left wing. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Nash. Goes back up into the lane. And it's good on the lay-in. And that ties it up.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Beal outside. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Harrell. Vassell with the rebound. San Antonio shooting 33% in the first quarter. Pass to Nash. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Here's Beal. They get it again. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the right side. Here's Neto. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Montrezl Harrell.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And the first one at the line is good. The Wizards making a switch here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Washington has possession. Here's Kispert. And the baseline jumper, no good. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Spurs out in front. They're up by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And growing up in a sporting family, most of Bradley Beal's brothers chose football. So why did he choose basketball?
Mom said in high school, whoever would recruit me first, basketball, football, that's what we stuck with. So it was basketball.
I like that system, Grant. Pretty simple. Supply and demand.
That's right. Give the people what they want, and I'd say he found his calling.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushed. Watching the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
On the court for Washington, Avdia out there with Kispert. Then there's Davis Bertans. Then there's Raul Neto. And it's Beal in a shooting guard. Forbes can't get it to go.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, just about every discussion of the NBA trade market comes back to the Washington Wizards. An all-star shooting guard Bradley Beal on a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 3 seasons. Something's got to give. And guys, with Beal possessing an opt-out after the season, expect those talks to intensify.
Yeah, that's a good point. Young. Pass to Nash. Back to Young. Outside Johnson. Here's Nash from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
The Wizards have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter.
Named to the Rising Stars roster in 2021, that's exactly what Keldon Johnson has been. He's evolving at a rapid pace.
Here's Gafford. Now. No good. Young with the defensive effort. Here's Vassell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Nash. There's the three. Abdia pulls it in. And when you talk to Johnson's teammates, Smitty, they're impressed with his dedication to the craft.
Terrific work ethic, B.A. That's why. Brings lots of energy and passion. A tremendous building block for their organization.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Nash. He's got 10. Pass to Young. Stolen by Gafford.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheap.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And time now for the halftime break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Bertans checked in for Washington. We've got Jakob Poeltl, Derek White out there with Devin Vassell, and it's Samanic in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Nash. The shot off that time. Now Washington takes it the other way.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Harrell. To the middle. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
And for players these days, a lack of shooting can be a big hindrance. Grant, would you be more concerned by struggles from the perimeter or the free throw line?
I'd be more concerned with struggles at the free throw line. I mean, if you struggle there, you can become very, very tentative out there on the court, and opponents can foul to force your hand.
Pass to Vassell. White on the wing, looking to end the run. And it's Harrell with a rebound. Harrell's got 8 rebounds in the game. The Wizards with a lead. It's Beal on the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Beal's got 9.
And just putting the moves to work right there. I mean, Beal manages to get his shot in spite of the contact.
Down low. Here's Nash. Uses the glass on the layup.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Bertans finds Dinwiddie. To the middle. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide open man.
Samanic, count it.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
White against Beal. Pass to Dinwiddie. To the inside. Harrell. And Harrell with the strong finish.
Dominating in the scoring column. Something Harrell can do for you now.
And the dunk by Poeltl.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Beal's shot is good.
His position might be shooting guard, but Beal has no problems taking it inside. What I admire about Bradley Beal is his steady growth, not just in his overall game, but how he's embraced becoming a leader. He's someone his teammates really look up to.
Rebounded by the Spurs.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's Vassell. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Harrell. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's closely guarded. Snatched away. Left side, White. Inside, here's Nash. And he gets it to go. 14 points for him.
Rely on Derek White for good feed. He plays unselfish heads-up basketball.
Here's Dinwiddie driving inside.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
That free throw, no good. Here's Nash. A three from the inbound. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
And so in the game for Washington, Dinwiddie and Beal comprise the backcourt. Avdia out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Kispert in at the three. From 13, he can't hit that time.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Wizards.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports coverage of the NBA. We'll see you later.